materials, and that energy is brought because of food. And the process of taking and consuming of food is known as nutrition. Basically, the first thing is that what is food? For the topic nutrition, we have to discuss about food, that what is food. So food is the basic necessity of life. Without food, no one can survive for a long time. So it is required by the body to perform various functions, like for the purpose of growth and development we need food. For providing energy we need food. The third thing, for repair of any damaged tissue we need food, or for protection of various diseases we need food, and also for the process of reproduction a high energy is required, and therefore for the process of reproduction also food is needed by our body. So food is needed for some of these functions, that for the growth and development of body, for providing energy for various activities, for repair of worn out tissues or worn out parts of our body, protection against diseases, and also in reproduction the food is required. So that is the use of food in our body. Now coming to the components of food, that from what things food is composed. What are the components of this food? Components of food. Components of food means there are various components like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage, etc. And these components are called nutrients, and they are the only one which perform various activities and important functions in the body of an organism. And they are required in a specific amount. You can't consume a lot more or can't consume a little bit. You have to need a specific amount of this component, and these are not present in our food in sufficient amount. If there is deficiency of these compounds, then we will become sick, and therefore we have to discuss about these components in brief. So the components are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, roughage, and along with all this thing we also consume water. So these are some of the components of food, and on the basis of function the nutrient performs, they are classified into three types. Number first, energy giving foods, number second, body building foods, and number third, protective foods. So first of all we will discuss about energy giving foods. Now you know about already components, that from what things combine together to form food. Now you have to discuss about different categories. So first category is energy giving foods. What are energy giving foods? So energy giving foods are basically two, that are carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates, and the second one is fats. These are the two nutrients which provide energy in our body. Basically they are main energy giving food because carbohydrates are easily available and at least expensive source of energy. It is present in abundant and not more expensive, and therefore, and when we talk about fats, so they act as an emergency store in the body and are used when enough carbohydrate rich food is not available. So basically the basic thing which gives us energy is carbohydrate. We consume carbohydrate basically body. Fats used to give us energy during as we does fasting or feeling starved. At that time fats provide us energy, and the energy which is provided by fats are much more which is provided by carbohydrates or by protein. So that is the energy giving foods, carbohydrates and fats. Second category is bodybuilding foods. Second one is bodybuilding foods. So what are bodybuilding food? Bodybuilding food is the only one, and that is proteins. Proteins are the one which are required to build body or to make your muscles strong. That means proteins are bodybuilding or growth promoting food. Proteins are used for building muscles, skin, blood and bones. They also repair the body tissues which are worn out and provide protection from infection. Protein also serves as a source of energy if the energy need of the body is not met by carbohydrates and fats. So the basic bodybuilding thing is proteins. Proteins are helpful to maintain muscle, bones, blood or elsewhere things of the body. But when the carbohydrates and fats are not capable to provide energy to the body, then proteins are helpful to give energy in the absence of carbohydrates and fats. But basically they are bodybuilding food. The last category is protective foods. The last one is protective food, the food which provide protection in our body, and that food are basically two in count, that are vitamins and second one is minerals. Vitamins and minerals are the two nutrients which provide protection in our body. Basically they are known as protective food because if they become absent or if there will be a shortage of this food, our body will lead into different kind of diseases, and that diseases are known as deficiency diseases because they are caused by the deficiency of any kind of nutrients. And the vitamins and minerals are not a source of energy, but there are some important other body functions which are done with the help of vitamins and minerals, like they are necessary for many of the steps involved in the release of energy in the cell. The energy is released with the help of vitamins and minerals. They protect us from illness. As I told you that in their absence several deficiency diseases are caused, so they protect us from that diseases. And minerals are also important for muscle contraction and relaxation. The muscles are contracted and relaxed during the different kinds of movement, and for the transmission of nerve impulses also minerals are very essential. And vitamins and minerals are required in small quantities are in our body, but they are protective foods of our body. And other than this, the second last thing which is present in our body is water. What is the use of water? Water is a component of all body fluids and accounts for about 70% of our body weight is because of water only. And it is important for various metabolic activities, like it helps in the transportation of substances within the body. It helps for the process of digestion, absorption of food, and also for excretion of waste products from the body. And it also helps in regulating body temperature through precipitation. After an excessive loss of water due to vomiting or diarrhea leads to dehydration in our body, and this dehydration may be even prove fatal for the human being. So dehydration is not good for our health. So that is why we have to consume lot of water so that all the activities in our body can run smoothly and we will save ourselves from dehydration. Also, the last thing which is present in our body is roughage. The last thing is roughage which is present in our body. Basically, roughage is also known as dietary fibers, and they are important component of food because they are undigestible part of diet. For example, cellulose is present in fruits and vegetables. Connective tissues is present in meat and fish. They are not digested, so they act as a roughage. Fruit and vegetables it leads into a constipation. Therefore, fibers or roughage is very important part of our food because they keep our bowel movements active and we are excreting out waste from our body. Then we should keep ourselves away from many diseases which are considered with roughage related problems. So this is about components of food and the categories of food in which they are divided. Now we will discuss about different nutrients in brief. So the first nutrient which we are going to talk today is carbohydrates. The first one is carbohydrates are the first one. So they are basically, as I told you, energy giving substance and they are main source of energy for the body. If they are absent, then fats and then proteins provide energy in our body, but the basic source of energy is carbohydrate only. And chemically these are hydrates of carbon. They are formed by the carbon compound. Main three elements are present: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is used for the formation of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These three elements combine together for the formation of carbohydrates, and 1 gram of carbohydrate inside the body provide 4.2 kilocalories of energy per gram in our body. Basically, carbohydrates are divided into categories. The first category is monosaccharides. Monosaccharides, which is basically a simple sugar, that means C6H12O6. This is a monosaccharide. It is simple sugar with the formula C6H12O6 and they are directly absorbed into the body and they do not require any kind of digestion. And the common monosaccharides, number first is glucose, which is a simple carbohydrate, and the second one is fructose, which is known as fruit sugar and is common in plants, and the third one is galactose, which is found in milk. These are some of the simple sugar which are known as monosaccharides: glucose, fructose and galactose. Coming to the second one, which is the second type of carbohydrates, that is disaccharides. Disaccharides, that means in this case it will become C12H24O12. That will become the disaccharide for the human body's requirement. Basically, disaccharide, that means they require digestion. Example of disaccharides are: number first, table sugar, that means simple sugar which we are using in our day-to-day life, which is commonly used in our homes, and that consists of 2 units, 1 unit of glucose and 1 unit of fructose. So basically, simple sugar is a kind of disaccharide. Second one, maltose, which is made up of glucose molecules, other than lactose, which is made up of milk and sugar consisting glucose and galactose. So these are some of the kinds of disaccharides present in our nutrients. The third one is polysaccharides, that are considered of more than 2 sugars. Polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are also of different types. Number first one is starch, which is a polymer of glucose and it is made up of several basic units of glucose linked together. Example of starch are rich food are wheat, rice, barley, oats, sorghum, sweet potato, etc. And starch is present in the food which cannot be absorbed by the body, as such being sparingly soluble in water. Cooked starch gets easily broken down into glucose during digestion and which is then absorbed in the bloodstream after the process of digestion. The next kind of polysaccharide is cellulose, which is the fiber in the plant food which we consume is rich in cellulose. The cellulose is merely acts as a roughage for the body and it can retain the water absorbed, and cellulose make movement of undigested food in the intestine idea. So that is all about carbohydrates. That it is a sugar which is of 2 or 3 types: monosaccharide, simple sugar, disaccharide, double bond of sugar, and polysaccharide, which is complex sugar, and different kinds present in them. After that, coming to the second nutrient. Coming to the second nutrient, which are proteins. Proteins are organic compound, and they also contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. As I told you that they contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So they also contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. But in addition to this, they also contain other animals like nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus. Nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus are also present in addition to this. And the basic building blocks of proteins are nitrogen containing units called amino acids, which help as a building blocks of our body. And proteins are insoluble in water, and in digestion amino acids are formed from proteins. And deficiency of protein causes retardation of physical and mental growth. And basically 2 diseases are caused by the deficiency of protein, which are kwashiorkor and marasmus. Now after the proteins, there came the third nutrient, which is fats. What are fats? Fats are also like carbohydrates. They are components of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, but contain less proportion of oxygen as compared to carbohydrates. In this, oxygen is less than carbohydrates. This is the basic difference between carbohydrates and fats. And fats give more energy than carbohydrates, as I told you, and they are made up of glycerol and fatty acids, and they are insoluble in water but soluble and greasy to touch. And fats are generally solid at 20 degrees Celsius, while oils are liquid at that temperature. Fats are of 2 types: saturated and unsaturated. Saturated means which contain single bond in their molecules, and unsaturated which contain more than one bond in their molecules. Basically double bonds or more double bonds are present in them. Function of fat is the concentrated source of energy. They provide the double amount of energy as provided by carbohydrate. They stored in the body beneath the skin and act as insulator because they keep us warm, and they protect padding around many vital organs like eyeball, kidney, ovaries, and heart, and they act as a barrier for fat soluble vitamins. After that, coming to the next, which is vitamins. What are vitamins? Vitamins are neither energy giving and not body building substance. They are essential for catalyzing many biochemical activities in our body, and basically they help in the release of energy from carbohydrates and fats. And the term vitamins was given by C. Funk in 1911. They are complex organic compounds which are required in small quantities in our body, and basically they are of 2 types: water soluble and fat soluble. Water soluble vitamins are water soluble and fat soluble. Water soluble vitamins are B and C, and fat soluble are A, D, E, and K. These are the vitamins which are fat soluble. So except for vitamin D and K, all other are synthesized and supplied food to the body of organism. Now the last nutrient of the body is minerals. Last nutrient of the body is minerals. They are inorganic substances and they do not have energy value at all. They also require in very small quantities body. So that is about different kind of nutrients which are components of food and which are essential for our body. So students,